Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to my unboxing and review of the Bee Tek 5. Okay, now I decided to pick up this blaster because it was on sale for around $3 at my local Target, which one, I thought was weird because I had never seen it there before, and two, I hadn't really heard too much about this blaster, maybe a little bit here or there, but as far as like NIC or mod guides, I hadn't seen anything about it to this point. Now, basically this is a Bee variant that reminds me a lot of a Maverick, being that the turret pops down very similar, and it has a very similar rotation mech, where if you pull the trigger, it rotates, and it reminds me a lot of the Maverick or Strong Arm, which is the elite version. Now inside of your packaging you will receive 5 of the darts, as well as your actual Tek 5. Now, another thing that I thought was weird about this blaster was that it was on sale, and I'd never seen it before, which normally the older blasters go on sale and they're trying to get rid of them at most stores. However, if you look on the date for this one, which I doubt you can see, you might be able to see right there where my thumb is, it's a 2012 date, which means that it's a relatively new blaster. Like, for example, the Elite Alpha Trooper has a 2012 date on the shell. That's just when they went through, I guess, the prototyping, and they actually came up with the final design for the mold of the shell, that they put that date on it when that was completed. So this is relatively new, I would assume, from what I've seen, I think, within the past couple months or so. So let's go down to an actual review now. Okay, now to start a quick overall review. Now, the first impression that I have is that it's extremely similar to that of the Maverick or the newer Strong Arm, with the way that it drops the barrels. And actually, the rotation mech, which you can see here, is extremely similar to where it moves on the trigger pull and it hooks onto the back piece of the turret, which is very similar to those two blasters, as well as the seal made by this small little rubber piece right here. Now, the major difference, obviously, is that it's made by Bee. Has 5 barrels instead of 6, and at least the difference between the Maverick and this is that this has a direct plunger, which I will go over the internals in a minute. But other major impressions are that it sounds relatively powerful, which is one of the reasons I bought it, just to show you. It does sound relatively powerful. However, it does get stock Maverick ranges. I definitely believe that that is because of the large slits on the inside of the barrel, which you can see by this shot right here, which are on all 5. And you would definitely need to rebarrel it if you wanted to mod it to get any significantly better ranges. But overall, I mean, it's pretty similar to stock Maverick. It's very comfortable, actually, for a Bee blaster. They're known for having smaller handles, but I mean, I have relatively big hands and it fits relatively comfortably. Now, the only problem I had with opening one of these, I bought, because like I said, they were on sale for around $3, so I bought the 3 that they had at my local Target, and I was debating either doing a drop clip mod for this particular blaster, or just tinkering around with it to see what I can get, mostly because I'd never seen this particular blaster before. But I mean, other than that, it's pretty similar to the Maverick, so I mean, it's relatively cheaper, and it has a direct plunger similar to the Strong Arm, so I mean, I think it's a worthwhile purchase. Now, the big problem that I had with opening it, which I'll just show you right now before I jump to an internal clip, is once you take out the screws, which are on the other side of the blaster, this piece is held on by little barbed clips on the inside. There's one at the top and one at the bottom, or top bottom. What you need to do is take a flathead screwdriver like this and pry off this little neon green piece in order to open up your 2 shells without actually breaking anything. So that's just what I did, and it worked relatively easily. Okay, now as you can see, the internals are remarkably similar to that of the Maverick, where it has the plunger tube, only this is a direct plunger tube, which actually gets a pretty decent seal in this particular one. It actually works pretty well. You've got the same thing where it's the return for the slide for that spring is up here. The rotation mech is extremely similar, where it rotates on the trigger pull, and that's pretty much it. I mean, the turret's over here, the seal is created by a little rubber piece, and it's extremely similar to any of those blasters internally. Okay, now in conclusion to my review, I would say this is definitely a worthwhile pickup blaster if you don't have it already. Simply because in my case it was really cheap. It gets decent ranges. I mean, it has potential because it has the direct plunger, but you definitely need to rebarrel it if you wanted to push any significant range increases. I'm going to play around with modding one in a little bit, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do actual modding guide or if I'm just going to mod it and then show you what it looks like when I finish. But overall, I mean, I think it's a pretty decent blaster, especially for $3. Like I said, I might do the drop cylinder mod to it because I have multiple cylinders that I could use, especially if I rebarrel it and get the restrictions removed. I think it could be a decent blaster overall. So that's my review. The only other thing I forgot to mention before was that you actually have to drop out the barrel to reload it with the 5 darts. The only way you can is if in this front one you can push it in because there's a little gap right here where that drops out, whereas on the Maverick you could have reloaded it on this side as well. And the only other thing I have to add is that Nerf darts are a bit too large for this to shoot at normally, because they stick out just a little bit and then they get caught up here, especially the elite darts, which would probably be the closest thing that would fit in this. So that's overall my review. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about this particular blaster, please leave it down in the comment section below or send me a PM. If you're interested in seeing what I did to this blaster, if I decide to post anything, it'll be on my channel. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a nice day.